and I don't never know what you're going to say at the beginning of these things. Of course, I don't worry as much about you as I do when we went live like last night with Bo. I never know if he realizes we're live or not.
Every time it does the 3, 2, 1, I think of the Jimmy Neutron theme song. Got a blast.
I don't even know what that is. I mean, I know what Jimmy Neutron is. I think it was some cartoons from
One of
back
the
in the day.
goat. It's just one of the goats of all kids cartoon.
We'll go with that. I don't. I'm not much into that. Kent Chrisley taking the old number one spot back this week.
That's 2 weeks in a row.
No, isn't. I don't know. He was late last night, I think, but I
For
think we were late starting because just like I did tonight, I had an issue with my AirPods trying to connect to my phone instead of staying connected over here on the iPad. But man, have you noticed how much better that our connection has been since I switched to the iPad and got away from using my Microsoft Surface?
yeah. Did you throw that thing in the trash or what?
No, it's my prop. It's down here. It's my prop for my iPad to move it up just a little bit higher.
That's about all it's good for now. Uh-oh. It's old Jacob Gerald.
Jacob Gerald in the house. Appreciate y'all jumping on here with us. Got a bunch to go over from this past weekend at the old Southern National Motorsports Park. I thought about hitting up Mike and putting him on the show tonight, but the way them people was raising hell over that pay-per-view. He went and charged for the race, like you said, and man, they've been raping him.
Well, hell, somebody should have told me. I would have paid and watched it.
You probably wouldn't have. You'd have bitched. You'd have bitched. It was like $50 for Sunday's race.
What? $50? This
That's
dude
a
is smoking crack.
Well, let's just be honest about what it should cost. It should cost you, my opinion, it should cost you twice whatever a ticket costs. So if a ticket's $20, it should cost you $40. If a ticket's $10, it should cost you $20. I mean,
That's pretty crazy.
okay. Listen, Kent Chrisley wants to know what kind of tea we're spilling tonight. The only thing that's probably going to get spilled tonight is some Bud Light. Okay, that's all I can say. The only thing. All right, listen, we got some people in here. Let's get on this before we get started talking about Southern National. This is listen, I'm gonna go ahead and apologize. I think we've had episode 84 two or three times. We've had episode 85 a couple times. I don't know what the hell episode this is. It's like 85, 6, 7, 8-ish. I don't really know. I can't
You
I keep
better,
forgetting to put them on the podcast platform, so I don't really know the number.
well, you better get to counting them because we got to do something for our 100th episode spectacular.
Listen, what we got
And
what
time
what
out.
what's your great idea here? Okay.
I don't know yet, but if the weeks line up, depending on what episode we're on, episode 100 should be right when things are starting to ramp back up again.
Well, listen, in
It's the
dirt world,
recipe
things
for a
never ramp down.
Well,
John, John Campbell said this is episode 90. He's not far off. I'm not really sure what number this is. Okay.
what are we doing for 100? He should know.
Yeah. All right, John Campbell, can you let us know what we're supposed to be doing
And was it
for
good?
episode 100?
What do I need to change?
Jacob Darrell, he's just giving us his whole menu here. He said he's eating some grilled cheese and cheese for dinner, and chocolate chip and caramel cookies for dessert. I
He's
mean,
trying to clog
sounds
that
good.
thing up.
For sure. All right. Anyways, Spit Chatter Podcast, episode, whatever the hell it is, 80. Let's go with 86, 87. Let's go with 87.
6, 7.
No. And this is presented by Yoder's Custom Meat Processing. And Noah, you know what they say.
Can't beat that meat.
That's right. All right. Man, I already know you didn't watch Southern National this past weekend because, oh my God, it might be another subscription. You might have to spend 10 cents. I know.
I was at the beach and it was my birthday, so no, I was not watching. Actually, no, it was on Sunday, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I was driving back from the beach.
Well, you could have watched it the whole way back. I mean,
I was napping.
well, now that's believable for sure. Um, it was a good one, man. What a great event that they put on. They had 3 days down there. I think Mike said it was over 200. Michael Diaz that owns the track, I think he said it was over 200 cars, 200 race cars throughout the 3 days. Let's see, 28 of which were late models. Of course, Doug Barnes Jr. taking home the victory in that race after missing qualifying on Saturday. He was at a wedding. He come back, started last, and picked up the victory over Josh Berry and Lee Pulliam. Well, on the track over Josh Berry and Lee Pulliam. After the race, kind of got a little interesting. Can you keep your light pulled up over there?
Sorry, I got YouTube pulled up. To keep closed down. I don't know how to work a damn PC to keep it from doing that.
But anyways, so he picked up the victory um, over Josh Berry. They get to Tech. Josh Berry, um, his team, not Josh. Josh didn't give one. He didn't give a damn one way or the other. But his team decided to protest Doug Barnes Jr. And I believe they protested him for traction control. That's my understanding. I didn't ask Mike, so I don't have a clear cut you know thing there, but he protested Josh Berry's car, reprotested I should say, and of course they found Josh Berry's car illegal, too narrow of truck arms on his car. So boy, that one backfired.
The old switcheroo.
Yeah, he pulled the old Uno reverse on him.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
I'd be madder than hell.
Well, listen, I mean, if you're going to play the game, you got to know how the game's played, and well, clearly they did not. Um,
Didn't look
you
like
know, the funny thing is, people get on social media after he gets disqualified, and they're like, "Well, they just didn't want him to finish second. They wanted Doug Barnes Jr. to win." What the hell did they care? Why wouldn't they? Like this is the opposite. Wouldn't they have wanted Josh Berry to win and not Doug Barnes Jr. if there was some conspiracy?
I
I mean,
don't get
you're into
the logic.
conspiracies. You were just telling me about your conspiracy thing over here. Um, I don't understand. I don't get it. And they're like, well, that was just a bullshit call. Who cares if the truck arms are too narrow? That's just bullshit. Who cares about that? Well, why the hell you got rules? If you're not going to enforce them, why you got rules?
It's because he was a local.
Is that what it was? We we learned that at Ararat. Yeah,
Because he
we
was a
we
local.
definitely learned that one. We had to help give the local the win when, well, he wasn't a local, but whole nother thing. Kimberly Austin chiming in. She said Southern National Motorsports Park coverage this weekend was top notch, and I can't thank Michael Diaz enough for hooking me up. So apparently she got free, pay-per-view there. That's what I'm understanding right there. Pretty sure she, got me to send her money on Cash App for it. I'm not really sure how that goes.
That's like one time I took a girl on a date, and I asked her to
Hey,
pay
is that
for
that one
herself.
date from a couple of years ago?
No. I
Okay.
took a girl on a date one time. I asked her if she could pay for herself, and then I gave him a buy one get one free coupon.
Oh gosh. John Campbell says for the 100 show, you guys should have some retired there to talk about past years racing. One suggestion. Billy Townsend said no local driver beats the NASCAR star. It helps the track. I
That
mean,
was my thought.
I guess. I mean, although he's not a local driver, number one. I mean, I get what you mean. Maybe he's not a cup star. So
It'd be really
um
cool if a local driver wrecked the NASCAR star. That'd be cool.
well,
Yeah.
sort of had that too. We haven't talked about that yet. So during the race, and I don't know if you've seen this or not, but oh my god. Anyways, I mean, at least Teresa Carroll finds you funny. She said she's dying after that. So,
Everybody
um,
finds it funny.
anyways, so during the race, Josh Berry in the mix again. Lee Pulliam, of course, he's there racing for uh, his, Jesus. All right, let's get this out of the way. Kimberly says, "Is that a micro Pepsi?"
Look,
I about read that wrong. No, it's drinking. That's
I
one thing you
promised
can't.
Jordan I was gonna cut my drinking down. So this is a solution.
You're drinking Christmas ornaments over there.
This is my Bud Light for the show. I've already drank 19 of them.
Yeah. Well, I mean that would be cutting back for you. So,
Technically.
anyways, anyway, so for those of you who haven't seen it, you can go to Southern National Motorsports Park's Facebook page. But Josh Berry, in my opinion, he cuts down on the nose of Lee Pulliam's car, goes for a spin in turn one, and they send Lee Pulliam to the back. 100% that was the right call based on the way the rule is written. But that's the dumbest damn rule I ever seen.
Well, to quote the great Jay Altizer, rules are rules.
I mean, are you really in here quoting Jay Altizer?
I am.
I mean, he'll be
Rules are
so
rules.
proud. He'll watch this episode tomorrow when he wakes up, and he'll be so proud. Okay, he
That's
went
gotta
to
be the
bed like
title
three
of it.
hours ago.
Rules are rules.
Yeah, yeah.
He's gonna see
Rules are
that and be like,
rules.
oh.
They had an episode about me, and well, sort of. But dude, I mean, don't you think that's a terrible, terrible way to call? I mean, so basically, their thing is, and the rule is, if you're involved in the caution, you go to the rear. Okay, I hate that. Absolutely despise that. It takes judgment calls out, yes, but God, man, I mean, just what a terrible,
But
terrible way
does
to
it
do it.
really?
Well, yes, it takes the judgment calls out because if you either make contact and you're involved or you don't.
Well, say I'm riding, you're on the inside, I'm on the outside. And I just try to door you and I spin myself out. Well, then technically you were involved too.
Well, that's
But
exactly what happened
they're
here.
never going to send you to the back for that.
But they
So,
did. So they did. So that's the
well,
thing.
I mean, I'm talking about something more dumb than what happened this weekend.
I don't know. You can't get any more dumb than that. I mean, literally, you watch the video. Josh Berry's here, and he literally comes down, wrecks himself. Clearly wrecks himself. I'm sure he would say the same thing. He wrecked himself, and here we are.
Yeah, I don't know.
Lee Pulliam in the
Probably.
rear. And I
Rules
mean,
are
I don't.
rules, but it's not all black and white. I mean, it really should be left up to judgment sometimes.
I think judgment calls are better than that. I'm all for judgment calls because 9 times out of 10, the better judgment comes through. So
Yeah, and sometimes you get a stupid call, but
yeah,
something like that, I feel like it was more stupid to go with the rules. That was about as
yeah.
stupid as charging $50 for a damn paper.
Oh my God, shut the hell
I
up.
mean,
It was a fair price. It was a
am
fair
I going to
price.
ruin your deal with Ultra next year?
No, no,
Okay, good. That was dumb.
no. Anyways, but now here was my thing. Okay, so right before that, Josh Berry missed a shift, caused the big caution. Okay, I asked Michael Diaz. I asked Mike. Said so. The rule is if you're involved in the caution, you go to the rear, right? Yep. Wait, which he doesn't like the rule, anyways, either. So, but I asked him. I said, is that's the way it is? And he said, yeah. I said, so how come Josh Berry, missed the shift, called the caution, and then didn't go to the rear?
Was the rule caused the caution or involved in the caution?
Well, either way, it doesn't matter. If you caused the caution, you're involved in the caution. So I don't know the particular wording. I believe it's involved. Okay. Either way, let me backtrack my words. He missed the shift, was involved in the caution by stacking the field up. So why didn't he go to the rear?
Judgment call.
No, it was because he was in front of them and they were back there wrecking. So they don't look at it as if he was involved in the caution, even though he is the cause and the involvement of the caution.
This raises a question that I need an answer to that nobody will have an answer to. Why in late models you have a guy that's one of the top guys in NASCAR, who's one of the most accomplished late model drivers probably of all time, and he's missing shifts? Why do late models always miss shifts? What is it with the transmissions that they can't shift them?
Well, they're very difficult, apparently. I
Clearly.
mean, clearly, clearly. I believe he said that because I guess they don't have to use the clutch in the cup cars. I believe he forgot to use the clutch. So you know, you notice, just an observation though, and this, being in dirt this year, you notice that dirt cars don't miss shifts.
Well, I mean, which
Dirt
cars?
late models. Dirt late models.
Oh yeah, they don't miss a shift. That's crazy.
Mm,
Why
yeah,
don't they?
they don't because they have, I don't know exactly what the transmissions are called, but I'm not deep enough in the weeds of the rules. But they don't have the same type of transmission as the late model stock. Somebody could explain that better than me, so I probably shouldn't have been the one that said that. But
You ever notice
they
sprint
don't.
cars? They never stall out when they're starting to go.
I don't even know. I ain't even really thought about that.
Well, they don't have a starter, so they can't start by
Yeah,
themselves.
I know that. I know
So
that.
it'd be
Listen,
pretty hard to stall out.
I'll tackle this. John Campbell said because he's a NASCAR driver is why they didn't put him back. Well, I mean, they disqualified him from the race, so clearly that can't be it. It's just it is a really terrible rule that the car
It's more
store, I believe,
difficult based on
has,
the situation.
and all these tracks have started implementing so that they can do away with judgment calls, and they're horrible. It makes the racing horrible. Like that call right there was absolutely horrendous. The call to send Lee Pulliam to the back was horrendous. Now, listen, totally see that it made a better race. I mean, if Lee Pulliam gets to keep his spot, more than likely we're talking about Lee Pulliam winning the race and driving away. Much better storylines with the way that it was. And I'm all about the entertainment factor. But man,
Yeah,
terrible.
but you can't just screw a guy,
Well,
especially if this is a regular weekly show. I mean, I get it; it's still kind of messed up, but you're talking
I
about
don't
a
think it
once a year
matters.
deal.
I don't think that matters. I mean, I don't think it matters if it's the biggest race of the year or if it's the a damn you know heat race. You know what I mean? I don't think it matters. It's still a horrendous call.
I mean, yeah, either way, but I think on that big of a stage, it's a really bad call.
Yeah, I agree. And another thing that was brought up to me was, so they said that said that he and not he sorry said that in the drivers meeting they told him that they would have unlimited attempts at green white checker, but once they took the white flag, that was the last flag of the race. The next flag would end the race. To me, that's not unlimited
It's
attempts at a green white
unlimited
checker.
green white.
Yeah, that's not what they're. So they need. That's a whole other thing that needs to be done away with. If you got unlimited attempts, it's unlimited attempts. If they wreck coming off a turn 4, coming to the checkered flag, well, let's rack them up and
I
let's
don't
go
know
again.
why any track ever does limited amounts. Screw that. Let's keep it going until we get it right.
Yeah, yeah. Josh Phillips said it was a BS call for sure. I mean, it wasn't a BS call. It was the correct call. Just to say that it was the correct call for the way their rules are. It's just a horrendous
Well,
rule.
that's the
Just an
problem is that the
absolutely
rules like
horrendous rule.
that are black and white, and racing is not black and white. There's a lot of gray in the middle.
No, no, for sure. Anyways, with Josh Berry's disqualification, Lee Pulliam ended up second. Andrew Grady got a third place finish out of that. And man, Andrew did a great job keeping his nose clean. He's a guy who's known for being a little wild at times, fighting, slinging punches in the window at Martinsville a couple of years ago. I think he got a fourth place finish at Martinsville this year, got a fourth place finish on the track there, ended up third. Tyler Matthews was fourth, Mason Bailey coming home fifth. Jamie Cottle, I know you don't know who that is, but it was good to see him in that blue and white SPC car, Southern Piping Company car. I believe that's what it's called, Southern Piping Company. Great to see him, get a good run. Carson Hayslett finished seventh, eighth was Bobby McCarty, ninth was Alex Meggs, and Matt Cox, who won the championship for the I-95 Showdown. Got $7,500 out of that deal for running all those races and being the champion. So it was a pretty cool deal. I really feel like I know you didn't get to watch, but I really feel like Ultra is one of the best. Streaming services out there. I'm not high on Flow. I know everybody else is. I know everybody likes to, pat them on the back and praise them and, talk about how great they are. And it is a great, the only thing I'll say good about the Flow is it's a great deal. Well, 150, 180, 100, whatever the hell it is. They change the price every 15 minutes. But whatever it is for the year, that's a great price. But the best out there, Pit Road TV is still probably the best. Tony Stevens, I hate to give him credit, but I mean, he's the best out there. But Ultra is right there with him.
Well, I
So
think Flow's problem is they're choosing quantity over quality.
They are. Well, they're
Whereas
trying to give you the most
ultra,
for your
they
money.
can obviously they have no choice right now but to just put on straight quality
Yeah.
shows.
Yep. No, I agree. Billy Townsend says 5 laps of green flag racing, no matter the attempts. I agree with that. I like that. I like when Martinsville. I don't know if it still is, but it used to be the last 10 laps. Cautions didn't count. That was good. It was a good formula.
I don't know if I like 5 laps. I do like a good green light checkered shootout.
Well, no, he's just
But
saying that the 5 laps have to be green flag laps. So once you complete 2 of them,
oh, okay,
you still
okay.
have 3 left. But yeah,
Yeah, I don't.
so
There's lots of sports that do that, like tennis and badminton. They all have those rules. You have to win by 2.
yeah,
It's like the
yeah,
same exact thing. You can't. There ain't no white flag in the race. We're going
yeah.
green light checkered as many times as it takes.
We're, we're gonna buy you a ring light so you don't have to click that every few minutes. Right
I don't even know how to work this thing.
there. I mean, surely there's a way to keep the screen on all the time
What do
there.
some of these settings do?
I have no idea.
Let's see
No,
here.
no idea.
I don't have answers.
This is great podcasting here. But all in all, though, man, Southern National Motorsports Park put on an amazing event. Got to give kudos to Mike, which I mean, Mike didn't really do anything. It was Mason and Trinity, his kids, and his wife Janet. They've done they've done great job with this event, and I like it. I like what he's done. He's made the Thanksgiving Classic have a different feel than all the rest of the big races. So, all right, let's go over here to the comments. Josh Phillips said, "Are y'all going to redo? I'm assuming that means the stock four rule book since learning about the big money stock four guys that travel to race. I don't, I don't know what that means. Uh, the stock four rules that they're at were what they were. I mean, they were the same all year from the first race until the 10,000 to win race. So nothing's changed. So I don't know. They were just stock four in name only. Basically. And I mean, I can.
Type
You
4 is
know,
gonna have a funeral.
the stock four already died. I mean, it it died.
It's
It
done.
really started. It really started dying last year. Not blaming Donald Clay. It just under the way the rules were and the way they were enforced last year. They just, you know. Josh Phillips says they look like two different cars. Well, I mean, they do have a different look to them, but I mean the bodies, um, on those cars. There was a guy, Brandon Bond in the 007. Hell, Caleb Hall's chiming in here. His car had basically, a stock body on it. He wasn't as chopped up as say Wes Givens was. Um, and I mean, they were fast. I mean, Caleb, if he hadn't have cried to get a separate qualifying session, I mean, he'd have qualified like second or third or something, I believe. First in his group, I believe.
Caleb
Second or
and
third
Wes had
overall.
80% of a full body car.
Right, right.
And TJ, I just want to say that's the stupidest looking.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Well, I got a peek last night at the new rule book for CHA, and the new rule book. Hold on, let me see. They now have a camshaft. So the only things that's changing is they have a camshaft by rule, um, and the rear body has to be a minimum of 16 inches past the rear strut. So we'll do away with some of that
Thank
stuff
you.
like they did. And other than that, there's just a few clarifications in there. One thing that they didn't clarify that I really wish that they would have in the rules, but I did get clarification from him that which was the same as what we had done all year, was that the stock wheels, that most of them guys run stock wheels, so he doesn't really care about the excessive offset, because it says in the rules, no excessive offset. But I clarified with him, what do you consider excessive? And he said that no more than 3 inches, and that's what we've done, all year there. So nothing any different. There's one item that we are looking at allowing at Oak Level and Ararat, and that they don't allow. But we'll talk about that
You need to
in the
make a
future.
rule about everything past the strut has to have on the quarter some kind of body panel on it because that it just exposed bars
Yeah,
looks so stupid. It's horrendous. It's ugly. Half the point of race cars is supposed to look cool when you're hauling it down the road.
I would agree. I would agree.
So I mean, what are we doing when we got these ugly ass hacked up cars? Looks
I'll be
terrible.
honest with you. I'll be honest with you. Now, like Wes's car, it was ugly. Okay, I mean, it looked cool in some angles of photos. It did. I will admit that. Um, but I got to say that I really like Kobe Lambert's car, the 48, the Presnell's cars. I
I
liked their
think
bodies. I
Lambert had the
liked.
best looking car.
Uh,
That would have been my vote.
well, I tell you, somebody asked me, said, "Well, how did the voting go up?" So I personally, I picked, Austin and uh, Newman Presnell, which was the white one, and then the guy who was giving out the award, he said the 233, so Austin and Kobe Lambert, and um, yeah, I pulled a couple other ones, and Austin was the primary one. He was in everybody's pick. Every other pick changed a little here and there, but he was the primary. So that's into how he ended up with that. I really Kobe Lambert's car looks amazing. The body on his car, I gotta say, I really like the body on his car. So really like how his car looked overall. The paint scheme. I mean, he he had a great looking car for sure.
Yeah,
uh Josh Phillips said the cobalt hatch is definitely an ugly look. I don't.
I don't know which one he's referring to.
Yeah, I don't either at this point. Jason Weber said, "I think y'all should go see the Cars Tour at Newport Speedway next year." Listen, I love Newport Speedway. I went there. I've never been there since it's been redone, but when it was a junkyard, it was an absolutely badass junkyard racetrack. Okay, they had the junkyard all around the track, and then racing in the middle and the racing there. It's like I think it's the same size as Ararat. Actually, I think they're both 3/10 of a mile. And it's a badass racetrack. A lot of banking, a lot of speed. They had some good racing up there this weekend. The Crown Vics put on a great show. One of them, pulled a Wes Givens and went backwards and hit a guy head on, during the race. I thought it was great.
Look pretty cool.
uh, Caleb Hall said mine and Wes's body idea for next year is beyond badass. Well, we'll see how it looks when you get it done. I can't speak to
If
what.
they,
Well, yeah, I mean it's Wes and Caleb. We don't ever know if they're gonna. They may show up roll cage only. Okay, I mean we don't really know.
yeah, I feel like that's what's going on. That's what the rear ends of these cars look like. It looks
Yeah,
so
I,
ugly.
I would agree. I would agree. Josh Phillips said Wes's car was ugly. Yeah, I would agree for the most part.
Yeah, West should
Uh,
get award for the only guy that raced the first night without stickers and the second night with stickers.
yeah, yeah. Lauren Yoder, of course, from Yoder's Custom Meat Processing, he said, "I really want to go to Newport." And Lauren, you should. That's a great racetrack. It's very in its atmosphere. It is very it is very Franklin County esque in its atmosphere. Um, so yeah, you should definitely go check that out. Lauren Yoder said that Wes and Caleb will get started on it in April, right after the season starts in March. I mean, that's probably what's going to happen. So
He'll race the first few races with spray paint numbers and no body on it whatsoever.
yeah, yeah. Josh Phillips, that's a dangerous thing to do. He said, "I agree with Noah. That is very dangerous to do. I do not suggest that in any way, shape, or form."
I feel like there should be a rule: if your car looks dumb as shit, don't even race.
Yeah.
I feel like y'all should be able to turn people away at the gate. Whatever that crap West pulled up in, get out. Come back later when you make this thing look good.
In fairness to Wes, he was in contact with Chris Meadows from CHA, because that's who wrote the rule book that we primarily used in 2025, and the one that we'll primarily use in 2026. There may be one item that is different, one or two. But he was in contact with Chris Meadows. Chris Meadows told him everything that he could do, so everything that he did was allowed within the rule book that we had. So
That doesn't mean it look good. I mean, we're talking about looks here. It doesn't hurt your speed.
yeah,
Just make it look
this
good, please.
this is a terrible idea here. Lauren Yoder said, Langley, if you don't come get your check, I'll have to send it to Noah. That's a
Send
terrible
it.
idea.
Lord
Terrible
have mercy.
idea. Terrible idea. Josh Phillips said they probably get next season started like your brother Josh is me out of nobody and all. Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what it's going to be like. That's what I pictured Wes showing up to Ararat for the 10K. So I stopped by, down there at the track at his shop, and I was like, this fool's going to show up with nobody on here. I mean, that's what's going to happen. And well, he wasn't far off. So. Jason Weber said, Lauren Yoder, I went last year for the ASA Stars National Tour. I had a blast. Go down on track, check out the banking. It is really banked, really badass. Ronnie Tate chiming in said, looks don't win the race. You're 100% right. 100% right.
But it looks horrendous. My
I,
my
I agree. I agree.
I hated my first year when I had the Escort. I think everybody's car that year, for the most part, looked really good.
Yeah,
Everybody,
I would agree.
and then Wes shows up halfway through the season with the biggest hunk of shit Sunfire I've ever seen. With
And
the
wore
not
y'all
even
out.
stenciled, just freehand 2 seconds before he got in the car number, and it looked so bad. And you know what? I feel like it doesn't matter that much if you see a junky looking car in the back. But when you
Yeah,
see a junky looking car beating the hell out of all these nice cars, it just looks horrendous for the whole class.
yeah, I would agree. I,
Take
I
pride
agree with
in
that.
it. Make it look good.
Yeah, I agree. I need to go back to what was it, 2 years ago or 3 years ago? I had the rule that, and it was because of Wes, that your cars had to look presentable at all times.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to go back
If
to
this
that.
ain't any car, don't spray paint your damn numbers.
Right. Hell, I mean, down there we got the Enduros. I mean, they look just as good as the damn, race cars
Dude, the
at
McDonald's
Ararat.
Crown Vic look badass.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
thing's
I'm
for sale
telling you,
right
man.
now. I saw it on Facebook.
Yeah, you gonna buy it?
No.
No. Okay.
I thought it was the one I drove for a second. I was like, hold on a second. It had the same dent in the trunk. And I was like, hold
Yeah. Josh Phillips said yes, Ronnie, but damn, they should look decent. I agree. I agree. Jimmy Ray chiming in. He said he finally got to visit Newport Speedway this past Saturday. Jimmy, I know you enjoyed that. Newport Speedway is an awesome facility, and I mean now it is like a nice facility. It's not just it's not just a badass racetrack. Like I put racetracks into categories, and 9 times out of 10, if you drive in and the track's really nice, the racing's probably not going to be that great. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, South Boston Speedway. I said what I said. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, Dominion Raceway. I said what I said. But I'm glad you guys are beautiful. But typically, the better racing happens on tracks that aren't so beautiful.
on. I won't ever
Um,
stop Boston for anything I've ever said, ever.
so, but yeah, but now Newport not only races the part, it looks the part. I mean, it's an absolute, and so does South Boston and Dominion. I'm really just giving them hell. But typically I enjoyed a race night when I went, whether it was a dirt track or an asphalt track back in the day to cover races. When I went to the track, man, if that place looked like a dump, it was probably going to be some of the best racing and the best entertainment you were going to get anywhere. Caleb Hall said, Little Hinchee ran spray painted numbers all year. Y'all just as bad.
And you know what? That wasn't on me. I told Josh 57 damn times to give me some measurements. I was going to go right down the road here to Kevin Signs and get me some damn numbers made, and he never would.
Yeah, I hear you. Robbie Young said, that's the fun cars looking rough and dominating.
It just makes the whole class look bad.
Jimmy Ray chiming in about Newport. He said that seating is the way all tracks should have seating. Yeah, they get their concrete bleachers just go straight up right there behind the flag stand. Really good. Kim, Kim, when she used to shoot videos for us. There's this one old rickety ass pole that they had there. It was a light pole, and there was I don't know if it was a ladder or I don't know what it was. She would have to tell me, but she'd have to climb up there to shoot video. That I was scared she's ever been at a racetrack. Jimmy Ray said you can see the entire track up high. You can for
No,
sure.
no track will ever beat the seating arrangement of Franklin County ever.
I'm gonna stop you there. I'm gonna be honest with you. I absolutely hate the seating arrangement at Franklin County. I think that is one of the few things that I don't love about that racetrack.
You just hate it because there's so much room, and when there's not a great fan count, it looks bad on pictures.
It's not even that. It's not even that. Now, I will say most seats are good seats. So if you like sit anywhere around the racetrack, you probably see a good. You probably have a good view of the track. I'll give you that, 100%. But I don't know. Just the layout there's terrible in general. I absolutely hate it. I do hate it mostly for what you just said. Because it's funny. Like I tell people this all the time. I worked at Southern National in 2015, and while I was working there, we were in the middle of a race, and one of the racers' dads, who's an asshole anyways, but he come over and he's talking to me, and he's like, "Y'all just ain't got no fans here tonight, do you?" I was like, "Yeah, whatever." He said, "Yeah, I was at Wake County last night, and that place was packed." And I just thought to myself, we have more fans here right now than Wake County holds, but it looks better because it's smaller. The setting is smaller, and I've always told people, that's like if I was going to go build a racetrack right now, I mean, I don't think I'd put more than about 700 seats in the place. And I'd make that thing look like, I mean, people would say every week, "Oh my God, they're packed. This is so awesome." That's one of the great things about Ararat. You can fit a lot of people there, but it doesn't look like you can, if you get, a quarter of the amount of people you can fit in there, and it looks absolutely slammed. So it's great from that standpoint.
I don't know.
Um,
I don't think anything will ever beat Franklin County. It just looks from the pit's perspective. It just and like when you're doing your pace laps, it just feels the energy is a lot better rather than like
well, they're very
at other
close to the
tracks.
track.
Like at Ararat, you get on the back stretch, you probably feel like, oh well, there ain't nobody over here.
Yeah.
Everybody seems so far away. Whereas Franklin County,
Oh,
everywhere
yeah.
except for 3 and 4, which even then there was all them group of people that camped behind the scoreboard all the time. Other than that, the whole time you're like, wow, I'm encircled here.
Yeah. I don't disagree with that aspect. Noah, I don't know what's happened to you in the last week. Okay. But since you called me last week, every time I've talked to you, shit you say makes sense. And I don't understand what's happened in the universe. Okay. I don't know what the hell's going on. Okay. Because every time I talk to you since like, what'd you call me last Thursday or Friday?
Something like that.
Every time since then, man, I've talked to you like 3 or 4 times, and I'm like, what's wrong with this guy? What
It
happened? Did
unlocks
he
something
fall
in
and
your
bump his
brain.
damn head? I mean, what happened?
I say smart shit all the time.
No, I've never heard you say anything
No,
smart previous this week. Okay, well, maybe once or twice. All right, I'll give you credit. I don't know what's happened though. It's like all the time. I don't know what's going on.
yeah, I've been saying smart shit for years now.
It's terrible. It's weird. I don't. The universe has changed on us, and I don't know what happened.
Yeah,
So.
ask Daryl and Josh about all the safety recommendations I've made that they didn't listen to that ended up exactly coming true, exactly what I said. And then
That's funny.
they would do the thing I said, and Daryl would be like, "Yeah, I thought of this." I'll be like, I said that 4 months ago."
I can see it. I can see it. Josh Phillips chiming in. He said, "Yeah, how many people have you ever hear say, 'Let's go watch POS looking race cars'?" Well, I'll be honest with you. There's a lot of people who, when I was running Franklin County, phone call, they call, "Yeah, are you running any cars?" "No." "All right, I ain't coming." So I'll go ahead and tell you, there's plenty of people that want to watch piece of crap looking race cars. Okay, just
That's
just
their
let
whole
you know.
different crowd. That's their
It,
own
it is. It is. It really is. There's some of the tracks look like crap. Golf, golf, golf. I mean,
character.
I I would much rather be at one of those tracks that looks like crap. Just to let you know.
I'd rather be at Franklin County than South Boston any day.
Caleb Hall said the numbers in the driver's name was made and ready, just needed to be paid for.
Yeah, astronomical is what I heard.
I probably, if it's Caleb, it's probably
Get it
probably
for a
so.
fraction of the price right here at Kevin's Shop. Proud sponsor of the Hinchee Motorsports team last year.
Jeff, Jimmy Ray said the Tates run spray painted numbers for years with my favorite drivers. I mean they definitely they only run spray painted, but they look good. Like the 2D, so the pink and blue car is one that he's talking about from Ararat. It's a with raceway car. That was Daniel Tate. It looked good. I mean,
I'm not
like the
saying
number
you
was so
can't
small,
use
but
spray paint,
no,
but
I
make
know
the
what
spray paint look good. Don't just
Yeah.
shake up the can, spray it real quick, and then hop in the car and go race. That looks dumb.
Yeah. I'm not sure what John Campbell was referring to, but something we said was dangerous.
Probably
Uh,
the fan. There are batteries that go flying.
not since you stopped racing. Just saying.
Well,
Robbie Young said, "The way I see it, you are putting money in things that can't be seen instead of putting money for it to look good to run third through 10th. I personally like the rough looking cars." Well, listen, Robbie, your car looked like crap at Ararat and ran like crap, okay? Twice. So you need to put some money in making it look better so at least it looks good while it runs like crap, okay? Just
I
saying.
like to think that my bootlegger, and you can tell me if you disagree, it looked pretty good. It wasn't
Yeah,
nothing
it was okay.
fantastic, but it was a
Yeah.
decent. You know what that was? That was $50 right there.
Yeah.
That was a Rust-Oleum that I rolled on. It looked good from far away. You got close, you could see all the marks where I
Yeah.
rolled it on.
Yeah.
But it looked good. It don't take hardly no effort, and I did it in 2 hours.
You could have spent that $50 trying to keep the battery in there, though. Just saying.
The battery in that car stayed in position at all times.
Yeah. Yeah. Lauren Yoder said, "At least in Franklin County, you can get away from the people you don't like." Well, you can definitely do that because, I mean, you can go anywhere around the facility to watch the race. John Campbell said, "Grandstands are old school, so many people bring their own chairs and don't sit on the stands anymore." John, I don't know if you went to Ararat this year because I didn't see you there. If you did, but that's kind of the flavor at Ararat. You got plenty of
Kinda.
places to put chairs.
Ain't no
Um,
kinda about it.
I mean, you got plenty of places to put chairs, trackside parking, parking on the hill. You can watch the race from dang near anywhere. There are some grandstands they do get used from time to time, but primarily people are in chairs and then trackside parking and such. So, um,
Or up on the hill.
oh God, no, Lauren Yoder said Noah is sounding smart enough to be the promoter at FCS next year.
Look, Lauren, my smarts, your checkbook. Let's make it happen.
There you go, Lauren.
You're
You
dealing with
can
finance, though, not me.
you can fix it up. Josh Phillips said you're losing it, Langley. Noah going to be the new promoter slash influencer. I mean, he might be. Uh, Give a little shout out to old Kevin Signs. Josh Phillips said Kevin Signs
Kevin
is the best.
Signs.
Kevin's never done me wrong. I can tell you that. He has been great on time. Even when I've sent him something overnight and said, "Hey, can you get this done by the time I get there, before you close?" Every time. So, every time.
He always
Uh,
does.
Caleb Hall said Noah's watching Spotted Ararat was really good until he was told to move. Yeah, I heard y'all let
Yeah,
him go hiding in the trees.
ask your tow truck operator if he wants to throw hands.
He probably does not. I mean, he
That
probably
line.
would if you want him to, but you
He
know,
said they're holding the whole race just for y'all. All this. I said they're checking transponders. I can see it right there.
yeah, yeah. Robbie Young said, "I'm not familiar with FCS. Can you tell me what that stands for?" I'll let you answer that.
Future. I don't know. I can't think of nothing.
Future Communist Speedway. I don't know.
Well, the whole property sharing thing, that is, it might be a
That's
little communist already.
yeah. Jimmy Ray said BAM Racing Videos has the Newport Speedway races all 10. Yes, on YouTube you can check out BAM Racing Videos. They've got all the videos. I've already watched the Crown Vics. I wanted to see what the dude was going head on about. I watched a little bit of live on TikTok, so I believe the guy who does the social media who does the social
That's a
media
good one.
at we got to keep you off the damn chat so I don't get distracted over here.
That was a good one.
Anyways, he has all the videos up there. I watched the live of the guy from Tri County that does their social media. He was live in the grandstands and watched some of it. I didn't really know what was going on, but I did see that part.
Bam
Uh,
Racing, they've been doing a lot of good videos for a while now.
oh yeah, Bam does a great job, man. I sponsored them to come to Franklin County a couple times. I believe Jeff Caldwell from Jeff's Auto Sales sponsored them to go to Newport this past weekend. Jeff's been a big supporter of mine. Race 22, Franklin County. He sponsored a race at Ararat this year. He didn't get nothing out of it. He's just a friend and a good dude. Uh, Robbie Young wanted me to explain it. Caleb Hall said, "Here you go. Future camping site."
Or
So
current camping site.
yeah. Jimmy Ray talking about the two Crown Vics going head to head there. He said the crowd went crazy, and they did when both started doing burnouts against one another. It was good. It was really entertaining, and both of them had good front bumpers, so they didn't get destroyed in that. It happened at Ararat a few, about a month ago, and the car that came head on and hit the other car, well, he destroyed his car. Not the guy that he hit, but him doing the hitting, he destroyed his car. But neither one of them were destroyed out of that. I mean, I'm sure they parked the guy who went backwards. I would assume,
The
but
front bumpers on them Crown Vics are about the strongest bumpers you'll ever see.
yeah. Oh yeah, those are some of the strongest cars I think you'll ever see. Um, period. So, oh, we got Ruben Altus in here. Apparently, he's a dirt hater. He said the best dirt track is always covered in asphalt. FCS best track. Period. Listen, I'll agree with you that Franklin County is a great track. I don't know about best. I'd put a couple others up against that, but both asphalt and dirt. um, but listen, there's, and I've said this for years, but I'd rather watch. Like I went to the test the other night with Benji Hicks at Ararat, watching a um, watching a dirt, super late model or any dirt car for that matter, practice by itself is more exciting than 90% asphalt races. Now, Franklin County falls in that 10%, okay, where most of their races are really good. I mean, at least when they're called Speedway, anyways. I don't know about the Raceway. Uh, Dave Haggerty said, "I do what I can for free, just my hobby." Bo will tell you. Not sure what you're referring to, but Josh Phillips got excited about something. Robbie Young, Franklin County, what? I mean, I guess he wants me to say Franklin County Speedway, but I don't. It's been called that since 1969. I mean, I don't know what the big
Now,
deal
no,
is here.
now you got to start over.
Well,
Cause that streak ended. You got to start it all back over again.
yeah.
Franklin
Well,
Speedway since
okay. So,
26.
well, so technically, in the early 2000s, I want to say 2001, 2, 3 ish, somewhere in that neighborhood. For a couple of years, it was called Prosperity Motorsports Park and Callaway USA Speedway. So it hasn't always been Franklin County Speedway, but
Isn't
pretty
there a
much
sign
everybody
somewhere in Rocky
knows
Mountain
that
that still says
that's that.
Callaway Speedway?
Yes.
Where I've seen a sign.
But it says Callaway Arrow Speedway Arrow.
Oh, it's two
So it
separate.
doesn't. It is. It's two separate signs,
Uh,
but it looks like it goes together. So
no, never mind that.
Robert says that especially the 410s, that I like. No, no thanks. I mean, I do, but no thanks. Um, John Campbell said, "Was it one time FCR needs a new track owner?" I'm gonna be honest with you. As much as I want to agree with you, um, I don't, I don't know that you're going to see a whole lot of change, no matter what, in that category there. Jimmy Ray said, "Ruben, you need to visit South Boston, Lonesome Pine, Caraway, Orange County, Hickory, Tri County, Pulaski County." Well, of all those you named, only Orange County and Tri County compare to Franklin County as far as racing goes. The actual pure on track entertainment aspect of racing. Newport would be in that category too.
I've always wanted to go to Hickory.
Dave Haggerty Photography. Appreciate you, Dave. Lauren Yoder wants to know, is Robbie scared to come back to Franklin County? And Robbie said he'll be back with a dump truck full of dirt. Lord,
Yeah, him and
that's
Wes have
funny.
made up, so he probably ain't scared to come back now.
Yeah, they're like they're like pals now. So they defend one another and help one another, and even their
Wes probably
wives get
wasn't too
along
worried
well.
about him anymore because he just spins out coming out of two every time anyway. So he's like, I'll be buddies with him again.
Yeah. Jimmy Ray said that all those tracks are equal, and I wouldn't. I love all those tracks. Okay, I mean South Boston, they're in a finer facility anywhere. Lonesome Pine, far before its time, and it's going to look even better, now, like, with the new ownership, and all the things that they're doing there. Caraway, I haven't seen a lot of great races at Caraway, but I love the track. I love the people. I love the ownership there. Orange County, obviously, one of the most badass racetracks anywhere. Hickory, love that place. A lot of history. Not the nicest facility in the world. A lot like Franklin County in that aspect. Very crappy facility wise. Tri County, great racing there. Not as good as it used to be before they had to repave, and unfortunately, the track was falling apart, and they had to. And Pulaski County, not seeing a lot of good races there. I mean, I've seen some, but I'm not seeing a lot of great races there. Track's just not conducive to great racing, but it's still a great place, and one that I'm glad to see is open again this year. And hey, speaking of, Josh Phillips says he misses the tackle this. He misses Franklin County late '80s that I can remember in '90s. You know, and I'll say this before I say anything else. People often revere the past, but if they lived in it today, they wouldn't want any part to do with it. It's like people talk about NASCAR. Well, NASCAR was best when back in the '70s. Yeah, when people finished 13 laps ahead, winning the race. That's the stupidest thing I ever heard. Anyways, um, speaking of Pulaski County, okay. Did you see the IHRA Stock Car Series announcement from last week?
I did see that.
What'd you make of that?
Well, first off, I'm pretty sure we talked about this last week. Second off,
Did we talk about this last week? That didn't
we
come out before
definitely
last
did.
week's show, did? But everything wasn't out, so the purse wasn't out and all last week. So let's talk about that.
It's very ambitious.
Well, I mean, it's a billionaire. I mean, it's pocket change to him. He could toss that out, as he's going down the street by your house. I mean,
I reckon I don't know what their end goal is. I mean, are they trying to compete with Cars Tour or
listen, they're trying to be the new NASCAR since NASCAR's on its way out through this court case here. Not really sure.
hey, I need to look up some updates about that. I forgot about
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see how it works out. And I'd love to see it, be like a Cars Tour, but what the Cars Tour was supposed to be, and not Junior Motorsports bringing all their high dollar cars down there. As much as I love Junior,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean it's kind of hard for a local guy to go compete with a Xfinity in a partly Cup shop down the road. I mean,
Yeah. But I don't think you're going to get rid of those guys. Those guys are going to be the ones to beat,
not
at
until they
all these
completely
races, and
ruin it and something new comes about.
well, and then they can start over ruining it from there. But I don't know. I do like the purse. Obviously it's going to be good for the racer, but it's a lot of travel, and I just don't see it working out. John Campbell said, "Wasn't there rumors about the track being called Buck Wild Speedway at one time?" Well, I mean, it was supposed to have been Trump International Speedway at one time too, but I mean that never happened. Thankfully, neither one of those, thankfully, ever happened.
Anything he can do to get on CNN.
Dave Haggerty said he ran at Caraway, and it's similar to Franklin County. I don't know. I'd have to think that one through about how the similarities of those two. Jimmy Ray wants to know, how does an end of the year swap meet at FCS sound? No,
What are we swapping? We swapping
meat,
cars.
swapping meat. We're having swap meat. We're swapping meat, bud.
We're swapping spit. I mean, what's going on? What are we swapping?
Oh God. Yeah, I don't know. Of course, Robert Austin always negative, says Motor Mouth's boring. And it can be. I mean, it can be very boring. Yeah, listen, any race, I'm going to say this, and some people aren't going to like this, and racers don't like this, but any race that starts heads up on qualifying, doesn't have inverts, doesn't have competition cautions on asphalt, going to be boring as crap. I don't give a damn what you do to the race. It's going to be boring as crap. There's nothing, you can't have a good race when it's that way. It's boring as crap. you know, it's just the way it is. I mean, I don't. I don't know how to offer anything outside of that. But if you do things. You need asphalt. Unfortunately, needs gimmicks right now. It's not a very good product in general. I mean, honestly, I had a couple races at Ararat that could have used a couple gimmicks this year. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, it's the way racing plays out sometimes.
Unfortunately.
John Campbell said, "Would it be like Tony Stewart's series was?" No, the IHRA is nothing like that. This is basically a limited late model, basically, and a pro late model, which is a step down from the supers. Um, I don't know. There's a lot of good things that could come out of this, but I just don't see it. Billy Townsend likes what he hears. He said, "Preach it, brothers." Uh,
That's a first.
yeah, really. Most people tell us we're dumbasses, so, and he might before the show anyway. Robbie Young said, "Whatever happened with the IROC? Wasn't it talked about bringing that back?" Yeah, I believe Ray Evernham bought it or got it or whatever, and yeah, I don't
It
think
did
we're
come back
probably
in
never going to
another
see that.
form. It was the SRX, and they shut down.
Yeah, but he bought IROC after that. So after that all happened, he bought the IROC, the old IROC series. He bought it out, I believe.
How do you buy something that's 20 years old and hadn't been run?
Well, I mean, you still have the intellectual property of that,
Hey,
the
I'm gonna
name,
buy
the
next.
series, the logo. Well, you could, I guess. In theory, you could do that. Billy Townsend said cars is now a controlled NASCAR show. It is. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. It is it is what could be a very great product that is not. And people love it. And I'm sure I'm gonna catch flack for saying that it's not the greatest thing in the world, but it just ain't. Barry Wilson in here, he said Noah looks better when the lights go out. Just saying. So
What do you mean by that?
I knew that was gonna be.
I don't know. Oh, there went the lights right on cue. I don't think that came out the way you intended it to.
Oh God, yeah,
I don't know what you're trying to say there.
he wants to take you and turn the lights out. That's what I got from
He's
that.
trying to Bobby Labonte me.
Robert Austin said, "Just facts. Reason that place can't stay open. I wish them the best." Jimmy Ray said, "Sell your race parts, tools, etc., that you no longer need." I've been to 9 swap meets this year, and you've been on a swap meet tour, bud.
That sounds like a good idea.
Dave Haggerty, he said, "I won a demo derby at Motor Mile Asphalt in 2000." It's been a while. It's only
You
25 years
know,
ago.
I won a demo derby once.
You did win. I don't know how, but you did. I mean, that was really jacked up. Really jacked up.
I can't
I'm
help it.
sorry to
They had
I'm
junk
sorry
cars.
to say I was a part of it. Okay. I'm very sorry to say that. Jimmy Ray said, "I've been to every car store race for the past 5 years." Listen, they put on a great show. As far as the show goes, they're doing a good job. It has all the pomp and circumstance and, all those things that, people like. And I'll tell you, that's one thing that I've really learned. Good racing don't sell tickets. I mean, it truly doesn't. If good racing sold tickets, um, you know, there's a lot of racetracks, including Franklin County, that would never have empty seats. Um, it's the feeling of an experience at a show. So like the car store, Jimmy Ray talking about loving them all. Like our 10K race. It was a good race. The on-track product was okay, but all the things that went with it made people go, "Man, that was great. That was a great event." And it's something that I did not, you know, for the better part of my promoting career, if you want to call it that, I did not put very much emphasis on that. You know, uh, I'm not a pomp and circumstance guy. I'm about pure great racing. You know what I mean? Like those battles. I mean, listen, the championship night, you know, stock four race, last year, 2024. I mean, that right there to me was that. And it was good. But man, if we'd had fireworks going off when it ended and, four wide salute when it started and all those things, people would have thought so much higher of it. You know what I mean?
It had that race and the air rat race. It had what the young children are calling now aura.
I
It
would agree with
feels
you.
big. It feels like a big deal.
Yep.
Whereas
I
you
agree.
watch the cars tour most of the time, it's just another race. It doesn't feel
Yeah.
like a big deal like it should.
Yeah. Well, I think it feels bigger being there than watching it on Flow. So, Robbie Young said you don't have an underdog value with Car Store. You really don't anymore, for sure.
That's my main issue is that it's not like that no more. It was supposed to
Yeah.
be like dudes like Kyle Dudley, Peyton Sellers, those kind of
Yeah.
guys battling. And then now you got the Quapples in there with Junior and all this big line.
Listen, I love the Quapples. Okay.
I'm
They're
not
really
saying
good
anything
people.
bad about them. They didn't do nothing, but I'm just
No,
saying you get
I
stuff
get
like
it.
that.
I get it.
I mean, they're never running a local race at a local track unless it's
Yeah,
some crazy money. They only
yeah.
run the car store.
Dave Haggerty said, "Big name drivers and big payouts sell tickets," and for the most part, that is true. But you don't have to have big name drivers or big payouts to sell tickets. It just has to feel like it's a big deal. Jimmy Ray said Dale does have 3 or 4 cars. They don't always win. Some moved on to the next class up in NASCAR, and that's one of the things that draws people to those car store races is they want to see the next guy that's going to the Cup Series or the Truck Series or the Xfinity Series or whatever. But he says, they don't. They have these cars and they don't win. Well, between him and Kevin Harvick, 2 owners in the series, they won almost all the races this year except for what, 3. Yeah, so it's not good, not a good thing. So. Um, Ruben Altus said, "There's nothing wrong with dirt racing. I've been watching racing at FCS since 1960. It's hard to see it die. Hopefully, it doesn't." 100% with you, Ruben. I don't want to see it die, and you'll appreciate me saying this. I don't want to see it dirt either. Okay, I know Noah just breathed a big sigh. Him, Lauren Yoder probably just he's done for the day now that he heard that. Okay, so
I hate it if it's dirt.
I don't want to see it be dirt. Adam, I mean, it would be a great dirt track. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, it probably was. It started as a dirt track. So if it went to dirt, it really wouldn't be a big step, because it started that way. It ran its first 2 races in dirt. So Adam Lawrence says 10K is a big deal. It is. It is less of a big deal than it was 10 years ago, but it
I
is.
don't think it was about the money. It's about the
Yeah.
prestigiousness of this event.
Well, the money made it more prestigious, though. Let's be clear.
Well, yeah, it's an indirect cause of what, or I
It
mean,
is.
that's a direct
It is.
cause. But that's
It
what
is.
it's not about the money. It's about these are
Yeah.
all the top dogs are coming. Who's going to beat? That's what the Cars Tour should have been. Is what that 10K
Yeah.
race was. All the best drivers from all these tracks coming together.
Yeah. Yeah. I would agree. I would agree. And yeah, Jimmy Ray, talking about all those guys that race every week, those guys, yeah, that's the guys we want to see, in the car store events
Yeah,
too.
and they're all
So,
from sixth back.
yep. Justin Landis says drama, wrecks, and chaos is what brings fans. Mixing it up so the underdog wins occasionally, not the same old every week. I would agree, and we've had a few years where, especially at Franklin County, where the same driver wins damn near every week and damn near every division, you know, and that is not a good thing. So,
Ruined it.
yep. Robbie Young said when Junior's got 3 or 4, Harvick probably got that many that no one knows about. I mean, we know about them, and it's just not fun, to have those guys. So, Kevin Litton making his presence known. I got to share his comment because, I mean, he's a big time
Got any
mini
big news?
he's a big time mini stock driver now. So I mean, gotta get him dialed in.
Post the pictures.
As
We want.
Josh Phillips said, Doodle's gonna buy a dirt car. Hell will probably freeze over before that happens. So
Yeah, I find that
yeah,
hard to believe.
yeah, for sure. Adam Lawrence, yeah. I mean, that's what gets, at that level. It doesn't really work for late models and stuff anymore. But at the 4-cylinder Crown Vic, enduro level, that works for sure. Getting cars to the track and Doodle right on cue.
It woke him up.
But listen, just the fact that Doodle said that he might try someone else's, that's a big step right there. That's a big step. I would have bet $1,000 that he would not have, even if somebody gave him a car to drive, he wouldn't need to drive it. So I mean, there we are.
Just pull a Scott Foley, go get yourself a Seha car and roll it
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, there you go. It's a way to do it. Man, you see my meme I shared to Scott the other day.
I did not know.
It was a meme with talking about how you plan on going to this big race and then your wife lets you know that she's got other plans. That's what happened to him at the 10K. So
Oh, is that what happened?
yeah, she
I
she I
figured
believe they went to
again or something.
Tennessee or something. Yeah, no, he went to Tennessee or something, so he wasn't able to run in the 10K, which he intended to do. Lauren Yoder said it sounds like Josh has got to buy his buddy a dirt car, and Doodle said he would love to try it, and Barry Wilson said Doodle needs to run a stock 4. It'd be interesting. So.
they're fun as hell. And these real world guys have never drove front wheel drive before. Not saying Doodle. I don't know if he has or hasn't. They
Yeah,
like to they like to poo poo on it. I'm telling
yeah,
y'all,
yeah,
give them a try.
yeah. Doodle said he don't have Foley money, so he can't he can't do
Well, if
that.
you retire every other week, you can save that money
Oh
from,
my God.
and then
Here
you'll
we
have
go.
enough.
Here we go. Jimmy Ray said Franklin County Speedway needs to come up with a race of their own to bring in the fans and drivers like the Orange County had with the Orange Blossom. Well, I'm gonna give Timmy and Misty incredible credit because they created that. The Memorial 100 race that they had Labor Day weekend, I
That
thought
was insane.
was awesome. I thought that they did an amazing job with that race. Probably one of the best crowds I've seen there since the pandemic. I mean, it was really good, better than modified crowd, honestly.
Yeah, when you
Um,
do better than the smart mods, you know you're doing something right.
100%. Listen,
I don't
and I
know if
give them all the
anybody was
credit in the
expecting it.
world. I listen. I thought they were going to have a good turnout, but when I got there, I was like, "What in the hell?" There's a
Yeah,
ton of
it
people
was
here,
a
man.
bang.
And
And
you
I
know
feel
what?
like hopefully somebody will keep that going. And those limited guys are begging for races like that because
Yeah,
those limited guys get swept under the rug all the time.
I would agree with that. I would agree, and it really put those guys, center stage. I thought it was great. I thought they did a good job. I give them all the credit in the world. I hope that whatever happens in Franklin County, the Memorial 100 will continue. You know, I, I just I feel like that could be the race there. Whether that's the name, whether it's the evolution of that, I don't know, but that was great, and I like that. I like the name for that matter. But Dave Haggerty said, "I love dirt racing." Brandon Overton, Kyle Larson, Kyle Busch, Jonathan Davenport, Freddie Carpenter, Tyler Carpenter. Some good ones for sure.
Yo, my boy, what's his name? Brandon Pierce. Is that his name?
Yeah, Brandon Pierce from the car store. Is that what we're talking about?
I might be saying the wrong guy. He's racing the Gateway, the Dirt Nationals.
Well, you mean Bobby Pierce?
Bobby Pierce. He's
Mhm.
merging my two favorite things, which is
Yeah.
racing and the Fallout franchise. He's running the Fallout car.
You- Listen, you want to hear
That got
something
me
that
bricked up when I saw that wrap on that car, man.
that was things we didn't need to know. You want to hear something funny that you will automatically know that it's true. I had to ask my wife what the hell that was. It was a cool looking car, but I didn't know what the hell that
One of
was.
the best gaming franchises in the history of mankind. Actually, the best.
Yeah, I, I
And
didn't
I
even
never
know.
thought the two worlds would meet, and here we are. And
Yeah,
you know what? I'm gonna watch the whole event just because of that.
have you ordered any merch yet?
No, I did. I was thinking about he's raffling off the body panels and stuff. I
Yeah,
was thinking
yeah,
about raffle.
yeah. That would be cool. Uh, Lauren Yoder said, "What I'd really like to see is Doodle in a super street." I remember him in street stocks back in the day, and I hope we would get that version of Doodle because that was entertaining.
I would love to see all these guys switch up. It was super fun to see Kyle Dudley go down and run a mini stock. I want to see
Yeah,
some of the
yeah,
mini stock guys go up, run a super street or a late model,
yeah,
or see Kyle Dudley go down and race a stock four. I tried all year to get him to do that. He wouldn't go for it.
yeah. Tom Pagan's chiming in. He said, "Y'all never mentioned that Franklin County Speedway was dirt at first, which I just did a few minutes ago." But and he's talking about the old Callaway dirt track, which is literally just up behind the racetrack. You go up by the fire station there, go up the old Kingdom Mission. I think it's Mission Road or something. Turn in, and right as it opens up there, it's down over the hill. There's a pond. I took the kids up there. We went fishing there a few times. I think me and Jaden or me and Kim. Um, cool place, cool history. I've seen some pictures and stuff of it that a buddy, Kyle Jones of mine from ovdtr.com has shared. But yeah, I mean, we don't have a whole lot of
Of it
stuff
up
to know
there?
about that. Do what?
Are there any remnants of it up there, or is it all gone?
I mean, if you look at it, you can see what was there and how it was laid out. You have a good idea, but there's really nothing there. Um, let's see. Just Doodle Lang said, "Been there, done that, Lauren, but would do it again if you can make it happen." if Lauren could just sponsor all this stuff to happen, we'd be good to go. John Campbell said, "Is Tim and his wife not coming back next year?" Well, there you go. There's your question, Noah. There you go.
You're behind the eight ball on that one.
Uh,
I mean, I don't know.
I don't.
Ain't looking good.
To my knowledge, there's been nothing public said there, but I don't anticipate that that's going to
There's been
happen. I
nothing
mean,
public said. It ain't
yeah,
looking good. I can tell you that.
yeah. The last time I talked to Timmy, and this is just from our conversation, he wasn't real excited about it. Misty might have been really excited about it. Um, and then I don't know from there. So Jimmy Ray, you're behind, bud. That's exactly what they did. They sold laps to fans and local businesses and made the purse. That is exactly how the Memorial 100 works. So I don't know why you weren't there, but you should have been. It was a good race. It might have been even better if Kyle hadn't broke, because I think Lane, had
Oh,
something
it was
for him.
shaping up to be a hell of a finish before that happened.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think it could have been really good. Here we go. Lauren Yoder said, "Sorry, dude. I'll send all my checks to Lane." Yeah, Lauren, I'm pretty sure, and just thinking out loud, I'm pretty sure you spent more money at Franklin County Raceway this year than you've ever spent with me as a total. Okay, so let's just
Lauren,
keep
I'm
it.
just saying,
Let's
we can
keep that
keep
in
it
mind.
going.
Okay.
Keep it going.
Uh, Adam Lawrence, he's talking about the Callaway dirt track. He said, "Can Bo Miller pull it out of the weeds?" I'm thinking this one might be gone, but
He
I think it might
probably
be gone.
don't know it's there, because if he did, he would have tried already.
Yeah, we don't need we don't need that. We got enough. We got enough shit to do already. Okay.
But timeout. Tell me that wouldn't be awesome having two tracks right there. Here's what we're doing. First half of the day, we're running all the divisions on dirt. Second half of the day,
Yeah.
y'all go down the hill. We're running it.
Yeah. Terrible idea. Terrible.
Great idea. I love it.
Terrible idea.
Or
All
actually,
right.
maybe we should do asphalt first. They're going to get dirt all over your track. It's going to be bad.
Well, that'd be the start of putting dirt on it, I guess, then, right?
Oh, that's a cheap way of doing it.
Maybe. I don't know. Like I said, that's not something I would really honestly like to see happen. So, um, anybody got any questions for us? Any topics that we haven't touched? Anything? I'll give you guys a couple of minutes to, add that here. Noah over there on his pint size
I had to bring
uh
it back in case anybody wasn't watching.
Bud Light. Yeah, well, probably the
One
people
beer a
watching now
day I
weren't on
cut
here at
down.
the beginning. Yeah, yeah. If you cut down to one beer a day, it would be as big as your car. Okay,
Yeah.
just saying. Um,
One beer a day.
anything else we hadn't talked about?
I don't know.
Hey, something we hadn't talked about that I need to talk about. If you want to see some cars going roundy round this weekend, we'll be at Oak Level Raceway. Practice is from 12 to 5 p.m. at Oak Level. $50 a car plus two new unwrapped toys. And as we learned on the show last night, no chicken nuggets. We don't bring a Happy Meal over here to give to the kids because it's not gonna make it. Um,
What about a Happy Meal toy?
I don't know if that qualifies or not, but maybe.
I'm going to eat the Happy Meal on the way.
Adam Lawrence with the question about what we're talking about here. He said, "Are y'all going to cancel open practice at Oak Level this weekend?" I don't anticipate so. I mean, let me look up the weather, and I mean, I'll tell you what I
Oh, it's going to be
think.
46. It'll be fine.
Temperature wise, I don't think there's no problem as long as it's not raining. I think we're good. Originally, the forecast called for rain. Um, And now, I mean, it looks like it might snow or something on on Friday, but Saturday, I mean, mine says 49. Completely cloudy, overcast day, which is, I mean, it's just practice. It is what it is. So I think as long as Friday's precipitation doesn't interrupt that, um, then I guess we're good. So.
It'll be fine.
Kevin Litton said, "You are the toy." I'm not really sure.
What is
I'm
up with you people in your
really sure
comments
what's going
tonight?
on with these guys today.
Y'all don't think about this shit before you send it in.
Oh Lord, Lauren Yoder said, "Practice in the snow," which, hey, listen, I think that would be epic. I think watching cars practice in the snow on dirt would be absolutely awesome. Billy Townsend said, "Is the NASCAR late model engine rule going to help the Ford engines, or is it the Harrington show?" Um, I don't know where they're at, with all that. I'm Billy. I'll be honest with you. I used to be daily entrenched with everything that happened in the late model stock car world when I, was overseeing Race 22 and it was, rolling. I'm not anymore. Um, hell, I don't even know where things stand, but I do know that, the Fords, probably need a little help here or there. But, the problem with it is you give them a little help here, you end up having to give the other one a little help to catch up in another space. And it just never seems to work. I honestly think that the late model rules package for them should be one engine. I don't care whether that's the Harrington, the Ford at 525, like they're trying to introduce in the IHRA. I don't care if it's a 602. I don't care what it is. Oh, steel head, old school, late model stock engine. I mean, it should just be one. That's what we need. That would make things so much simpler. But I don't think that's going to happen.
That's what limiteds are trying to do, pretty much.
Yeah. Kent Chrisley said, and he's talking about Bo. He said that he could bring chicken nuggets, and that's what Justin Landis said here. Um, oh, uh, no, you might. I don't know if you've seen it last night or not, but last night Bo was talking about his Dauber dog that's going to be at Oak Level in the concession stand, and he said, "Yeah, we're going to have a bologna burger." And I said, "Well, what's the bologna burger's name?" Well, he didn't have one, so we need you to help us. John Campbell wants you to help us come up with a name for the bologna burger.
Hmm. I can come up with a good one. You just got to give me time. We can bring
Well,
it back to old Whitey days and call it the Obama burger.
yeah. Yeah. I, I mean, I don't know. I don't know about all that. Jimmy Ray said, "Did you mention Whitey and Ronnie Thomas the other day?" I don't know what happened with them the other day, so you have to tell me. Uh, Chrisley said, "Bro, what's happening here?" We're not sure, bud. We're not sure.
It's spiraling out of control.
Yep. Yep. Um,
Oh,
he's got Dave Haggerty's got a question. He wants to know where Bo Miller is, and he said, "Call it the Bo Burger."
the Bubba burger.
Bubba Burger, the
The
Bubba
Bubba
Miller
burger.
Burger. Oh Lord,
That's
listen,
it.
uh, it was pretty good. If you didn't watch all the last night's show, it got pretty good when we were going through the name. Steve Blackburn, come on there talking about the bologna burger, and Bo said we're going to call it the 525 burger, which probably pretty good. Adam Lawrence said that's a negative. No,
No, that's a good one. The Bubba burger.
Bubba Burger. Yeah, that would be good. Oh, Bubba Miller, he's always taking his damn tractors out. I don't know what's up with that, but
Ruining races.
And to answer your question, Dave, where is Bo Miller? Bo Miller is probably sitting at his house. That's
He's
my
playing
guess.
Minecraft.
If Bo is on the Ararat live show, and when we start our Oak Level show, I'm sure he'll be on there. Whether I'll be on there or not, I don't know. But
Why
I'm about
wouldn't you
tired of
make it just
talking.
one?
Huh?
Why wouldn't you make it just one show?
Because at times there's a lot to talk about that's different. And why not? Why not be live 3 days a week? I
And
mean, I
by the
want to
way,
be
I
live
love
5 days
how
a week.
it's gone unmentioned. You completely just abandoned your wife for both on the Ararat side.
Oh, you mean, yeah, yeah. Well, no, listen, let's be clear. My wife abandoned me. Okay. That's what
She was
happened.
done.
I cannot get her to, I cannot get her to come upstairs and record with me. That's all I've asked. And she just will not do it. So the bull ring banter, and that's not what we've called it. We've just been air at live, with that. So I guess you're sort of right, but I don't give them that. Call it the boil burger. I'm not really
Here's a
sure.
better one.
Lauren Yoder said the Bow Burger sounds better than the Snack Burger.
The snatch burger.
Oh God. Oh God. Oh, Adam Lawrence said negative to the Obama burger. So
No, we done settled.
Tom,
Shout out to
Tom
Tom
Hagens likes the
Hanks.
Snatch Burger here.
The
So
snatch burger. That's it. That's it.
oh God.
Maybe they can fold it up. Make it poor Snatch Worley. He don't even know how famous he is.
He was famous before that, but he really got famous
I
after
know, but then the younger crowd kind of didn't know who he was. That he's back now in full force.
that. Yes.
I wonder if he's heard about old Snatch.
I doubt it, but maybe. Oh God. Oh God. Jesus. Mary Wilson said Lauren knows he plays with meat all day. Oh man.
Lauren's going to invent a new cut up here. It's just going to be the Snatch. You go look at what's that? The Snatch. That's the Snatch.
Lauren over here giving new meaning to the walking taco. So, Lord, here we go with more lying here. She said, "My wife says lies." Langley kicked me to the curb for old Bo Miller and banter. Yeah. God. Oh man, you guys are horrible. You guys are horrible. Where's Blake Melvin at when you need him? He'd be in here talking about episode 69 about now. Okay.
The old
That
fried.
guy, that guy just disappeared and didn't even come. Didn't even come out. Ken Chrisley said that we should end this now. Jimmy Ray says Snatch Burger T-shirts take all the profits. Oh God! Adam Lawrence said the 525 cut. Nathan Vance, he must have got done with his sister. He's in here with us, so he made it to the show. Oh God, Barry Wilson, the Pit Lizard Supreme Burger.
That ain't gonna beat the Snatch Burger.
Listen, I'm just gonna go ahead and let you know. I don't think you want your snatch burger with cheese. I'm just gonna let you know. I don't
I
think
can
it's
already
what
see
you
it now. I need a cheesy Snatch Burger. Hold them out.
want. Hold on. Jesus. All right, we got
Nobody.
to take Kent Chrisley's advice here. We got to get the hell out of here. This has gone way south, way fast. Lord have mercy. All right, I don't think we missed any topics. We probably had way too many, apparently. So I don't know what episode this is, but I'm gonna work to figure that out before we get to the next one because I'd like to, the 88th episode. That'd be a good one. Maybe we can get Dale Jr. to come on. You think we can get him to come on? No, if he sees this, he's not coming on this damn
No,
thing.
he ain't. He wouldn't anyway.
Lord Jesus.
It's
Jesus
really
Christ,
getting out of hand.
all right, we gotta go. We're
Hold the
out of here.
baby
This is
better.
this was episode whatever the hell it is. It's not 69, but it resembles it, and we're getting the hell out of here.
Get your Snatch
Thank
Burger.
you. Thank you for listening to the Pitch Outer podcast. Thanks for supporting Yoder's custom meat processing. We'll see you some other time.
Oak Level.